For the last 18 months, I've been talking with a dear friend of mine that was the head, the Australian part of an international organisation. Now, I'm not going to tell you who the organisation is or what they do, because then it'd be a bit obvious. But about 18 months ago, she discovered people below her in the organisation started to white ant her towards the parent company that's overseas. And they were decrying the things that she was doing. And so more pressure was being heaped on her. Why isn't it growing quick enough? There's a bunch of stuff that went on there. But as she started to realise the betrayal that was actually happening, she reached out to some trusted friends, and I was one of them. And so we spoke. We talk about wisdom in how we respond to things. We talked about integrity and the words we use. And I said this to her, is that grace grows under fire. It's never, ever in a passive situation. And what do I mean by that? Well, when people are under pressure or betrayals going on, one or two things happen. Is you become more graceful, more compassionate, more understanding, and more aware of your own shortcomings. The other way is you become angry, you become bitter, you become defensive, and really acidic as a person. Now, she chose the former. And as these people were looking to take her position, and one in particular, they saw the title, the prestige, and the income. What they didn't understand about her is she sees organisations and people as a tool to help others. So her focus was on how do we grow this so that people coming into the organisation had a stable base, that they're encouraged to grow, they become better, more profitable. And when people are more profitable and they're happier, they can do other amazing things. The others just saw dollar figures and growth. And growth without integrity is such a temporary thing. And so what's happened over the past 12 months, there's been quite a major reversal of fortunes within this organisation. So you see, they saw growth just as numbers, and she saw growth with the right people, and you get the right people and you have the right things happen, the numbers come anyway. Interestingly enough, she said her chief protagonist rang her and apologised for their behaviour. And she forgave them, and that's the mark of the person. She said, I will forgive you of this, but I'll never forget. And which is right, because there are just some things you go through you can't forget. But it just goes to show how people see the world. People will do anything for money and prestige, and other people will use money and prestige as a tool to help other people. Be that person.